Head of Logistics at More Sounds, Peter Kaberere. The musician who was part of the making of the well-known song titled Fundi Wambao is said to have died upon arrival at the Oasis Hospital after he was allegedly electrocuted Sunday afternoon while washing his car at Kibishiku area in Lower Kabete, Kiambu County. And as Liz Anyango reports, the singer, who died at a tender age of 30, is survived by a widow, a 4-year-old boy, and an unborn baby.
Kaberere was part of the group Joxi, who featured in the well-known song Fundi Wambao, and he later on went solo, where he released songs such as Kiburi, Natamani with Eunice Njeri, Just Away with Mr. V, and recently Mwanamke. On that fateful Sunday afternoon, the singer is said to have begun his day as normal as he passed by his car wash located at Kibisiko area, where he met his death.
Today he was washing his car with the workers. Workers were washing the rear wheels. He was behind the boot, washing at the boot. So what happened? He was holding the gun at the bottom, at the top. So where it got a shock, and then he was taken to hospital by his workers and pronounced dead.
Some of the top gospel industry musicians and friends came together to condole his family.
To the family, you know, just to the entertainment industry, life is short. Make it count. All right. Do the good you can. What you do for yourself will die. It will die with you, but what you do for others will live on. And Kaberere has done lots of stuff for many people, and his legacy will live on.
No one is believing this, and it's so sad that it has happened, but we can't blame God at the end of the day. But all I can say, Kaberere was a very good man. He was a very nice guy.
So many guys over here because of the personality of Kabs. Kabs is a friend to many. Nani hard. It's hard putting Kaberere and death together, especially when he was so young. And for his wife Njesh, you know, may God strengthen you and your beautiful, you know, your wonderful son.
Kaberere, who was later this month set to release his new video Mitego, is survived by a widow, a 4-year-old boy, and an unborn baby due in a month's time. Liz Anyango, live at 1.
Well, our condolences to the family and friends of Kaberere. Now, a top-level security meeting is currently underway at the Kenya School of Government, Nairobi. The meeting has been convened by Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Ole Lenku, and among those attending are regional security heads. The meeting comes at a time when the government is tightening security following attacks by terror groups. Several people have so far been killed in the attacks at the coast and lately in Isli, Nairobi. Our reporter Mukami Chaka now joins us live on phone from Lower Kabete with the latest details of this crucial meeting. Chaka, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Very well, thank you so much. Perhaps you could give us the highlights of the session this morning.
Yes, we have actually been waiting for the Cabinet Secretary. As you mentioned, the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Joseph Ole Lenku, is expected to speak any time from now and officially open the Rapid Response Initiative workshop and, of course, give his address. So as we speak, we're waiting for him. He's going to give his address in a few minutes. But the meeting has brought together security heads from all the 47 counties, and there are representatives from the police, from the Kenya Defense Forces, from the Kenya Wildlife Service, and the birth and death departments in all the 47 counties.
All right, perhaps just a general one. Of course, this is something we'll have to wait. But what should we expect from the Cabinet Secretary's speech?
Well, as you said, the country has experienced, terror attacks. And just 2 weeks ago, armed gunmen attacked worshippers at the Joy in Jesus Church in Mombasa, claiming, 6 lives and injuring a 2-year-old baby, Satrin Osinya, who is still in hospital. So we expect the Cabinet Secretary to talk about this and, of course, mention the security status in the country. We're also expecting to at least give us a brief about the swoop that was undertaken in Isili, where 100 people were arrested and are still in custody. So we expect to hear that from his speech.
All right. Perhaps just a final question.
Yes.
Looking around the mood on the ground, is there positivity that, yes, this is going to be a meeting that will bear loads of fruits, or what is the situation? What's the mood on the ground?
Well, the mood on the ground, it's a very positive mood. All the security forces have come up together. There's a lot of coordination. We can see a lot of coordination. We can see people who want to move this country forward. And actually, David Kimayo spoke just a few minutes ago, and he's just calling on all the units to work together as a team and actually implement the rapid response initiative. They in matters of national security, the cabinet secretary, I beg your pardon, Mr. David Kimayo was very clear when he said that it's everyone's responsibility. So all the different departments have actually come together to ensure that, all the loopholes are sealed and, every Kenyan feels secure regardless of wherever they are.
All right, many thanks indeed, Mukami Chaka, for that report. And it's very clear, the message on it's everyone's responsibility in the fight against insecurity and overly terrorism. Of course, that's a report that will be giving you details later on, reporting all the way from the Kenya School of Government, Nairobi, where a top-level security meeting is currently underway. Now, still focusing on insecurity, or rather this fight against insecurity, police, immigration officials and other officers from security agencies are currently screening thousands of people arrested in the ongoing anti-terror security operation at Nairobi's Eastleigh estate. Now, the operation that started on Sunday night has seen over 3,000 people arrested as police search for terrorists and their explosives. Our reporter Michael Njenga now brings us the very latest from the Kasarani Stadium, where the profiling of those arrested is taking place.
Well, thank you very much, Mwakazi. We are at the Safaricom Stadium, Kasarani, where hundreds of suspects who have been arrested on the ongoing swoop in Isili are being brought for screening. Now, Mwakazi, this is where they're being brought to come and give their identity, their identification. We're also told that people from the fingerprints department, Kenya Police Department, who deal with fingerprints, are also here to make sure that they take fingerprints to identify those who are Kenyans and those who are not Kenyans. Mwakazi, earlier on we spoke with both the police spokespeople, that is Masood Mwinyi and Boroki, and this is what they had to say.
In any such an operation, there might be issues of dissatisfaction, issues of people complaining, issues of people raising all manner of complaints, which we have received. But what we want to say here is that this operation is being mounted in the interest of Kenyans and in the interest of our security.
After now, the person is brought here, maybe that person didn't have an ID, or you have an ID, and it's from that ID that we suspect. That we have an office which deals with the fingerprints, and then the fingerprints are taken, and then they are compared to check whether this one is genuinely the genuine holder of this ID, and then after that the person is released if it's genuine. But then if it's not genuine, the law has to take its course, and then that person has to be alleged before court.
Well, of course, many of them are being brought from different police stations within the city, and we're also told that some of them have been taken to the courts, those who have been found to be in the country illegally. According to the police, they have also in the custody several suspects who have been nabbed with explosives, some have been nabbed with grenades, and some have been nabbed with materials used to make IEDs. So we are at the stadium. We'll be here for quite a while as we check out how the screening is going on. And as we spoke with the police spokeswoman, she told us that they're also looking at gender, because there are children who have been arrested with their mothers, and they've been brought here also with their mothers, and police women are taking care of them. Mokazi will be giving you more details as they come. Studio.
Right, many thanks indeed, Michael Njenga, for that report all the way from the Safaricom Stadium in Kasarani. We'll be back with more stories, so don't go away.